It's David. It's Facebook Live. How you guys doing?
Facebook.
Cheerio, everyone.
Well, what I did, I left my coffee in the newsroom. That was a mistake. But anyway.
Now it's not a coffee chat anymore.
I've had so much coffee, I think I can go a few minutes without. So, yeah, I'll take a brief break. I posted in the subject line this morning, golf, anybody? What are you doing to take advantage of this warm-up that we're seeing here? We certainly saw a lot of it yesterday, and maybe not so much today, but then we get into tomorrow and Thursday, right back up into what, potentially 60-degree territory, David.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll be up into the 60s. Now, today we'll still get into the 50s. It's just during the afternoon. It's that time of year where you could be at our studio and you could go down to like West 12th Street and notice like a substantial difference over just a couple of blocks because the wind starts blowing in off the lake. The lake's very cold. It's just 33 degrees. And so that can really cause temperatures to go down fairly rapidly, but anywhere south of that sea breeze or that lake breeze, I should say, it's going to be milder. And we're talking about temperatures just getting up into the middle and upper 50s. And tomorrow we'll all be into the 60s. We'll have a good south breeze. And so that's really going to kick those temperatures up. But it's still looking good for today. But if you are going down to Presque Isle, or if you're down by the lake shore, don't be surprised if there is a chilly breeze blowing during the afternoon.
It always sounds like a great idea. Hey, I'm up here by the Mill Creek Mall. It's fairly comfortable. Let's go down to the peninsula for a walk. And it's 20 degrees colder down there.
Yeah.
So, heads up on that one. But I think for the most part, it's still the early portions of March. So we're kind of loving this taste of spring, even though it's still officially the winter season. And we were talking this morning, guys, Whispering Woods Golf Course, they're opening it up this morning with apparently 10 a.m. tee times. I don't know. I've discussed it with David, but either are you two guys golfers?
I'm really good at driving the golf cart. The whole golfing part is not my thing.
David?
I play putt-putt, but I'm not even that good at that. So,
well,
for me, it's just more of a spectator sport. I'll watch everyone else do it, and I'll try. If I'm given a shot, I'll try not to embarrass myself too much.
Well, in golf, when it's this wet out there, the phrase is winter rules. You know what I mean? So if your ball gets stuck in the mud, you get to kind of pull it out and clean it off, where in the summer you wouldn't be allowed to do that sort of stuff. But usually when you're saying winter rules out in the golf course, it's not actually officially still winter. It's just winter rules. But if you're out there today, winter rules, obviously.
Yeah, Mother Nature's given us a nice little break here.
And Mark, you're a big golfer. When are you heading out there for the first
time?
Well, you enjoy it more than
there we go. Yes, I am a still decades long aspiring golfer because actually when it's this wet, so to speak, out there, it's this earlier in the season. While it might be fun to get out there, it can also be a little frustrating at times. It's not the greatest, but the hardcore golfers, the real hardcore, I'm not that. They're out on days like this, and sometimes even when it's a little colder and maybe even a little wetter than it is out there right now, they'll still be out there. I admire those people. They're probably out there because they can hit the golf ball a lot farther and straighter than I am. I guess I'm better. I might be more inspired to get back out there. But who knows? Each and every year, it's a new season, a new me, so to speak. We'll get out there.
It's like your New Year's
resolution. My lifelong mission to break 100 out on the golf course.
Yeah, I think the last time I actually played real golf was like 10 years ago.
Okay.
Let's just say I was not good at it at all.
I've done the indoor, what's like the indoor
Top Golf?
Not Top Golf. It's like a simulator.
Yeah. Okay, simulator.
I've done that. Okay. Wasn't good at it, but I've done that, and that's, I don't know.
I'm good at Wii Golf.
I think everyone.
Man, I felt like
born skill.
I felt like I was at the top of my game when I was
playing. Why didn't that translate out onto the real game?
That's the problem. It's just like you mentally, you felt like it translated, and no, it definitely didn't. Not at all.
Did you guys get anything yard work or anything like that outdoorsy accomplished yesterday while it was so nice out there?
I took Lainey outside, and we haven't really been around the yard in a while just because there's been so much snow on the ground, but she's obsessed with picking up sticks. And so I mean, we
She's
started
won,
at
by the way,
1-3.
everyone is watching. She's won.
Yes, yeah. She's almost 1.5 now, which is crazy. But yeah, we were going around the yard. She was just picking up sticks, but it got to a point where I think she was getting bored with the sticks, and she noticed that there were still like little mounds of snow around, and she wanted to dig in the snow. The problem is we didn't have like gloves on her, but she didn't care. She was like carrying around sticks and lumps of snow, and she just loves being in the outdoors, and it doesn't matter if it's cold or not.
Today, tomorrow, Thursday are going to be big days for little lady.
Yeah, and the thing is, I'm already getting her to do yard work, so that's a plus.
Yes, going to nominate you for Dad of the Year in my book for getting a 1-year-old to help you out with the household chores. Dave.
Yeah. Sometimes
a 16-year-old getting her to help out.
Well, it's funny. The other day, like we were watching something on TV. It was probably Frozen. But all of a sudden, she gets up, goes to the TV, and there was like a little Swiffer duster there. She picks up the duster and just starts dusting around the TV.
You might have the perfect daughter.
I'm like, can you please do this for the rest of your life?
She is an independent little girl.
She certainly is.
How about you, Briss? Getting in any outdoor time during the warm-up yesterday?
I went for a little walk. I'm hoping to go for a run today, step it up a bit. But that was the most outdoor time. Thankfully, I live in an apartment, so I don't have much yard work to do of my own. So
yeah, you can go straight to enjoying the outdoors instead of having to fill it up with chore time. So and I got out there, got the dogs an extra long walk, and it seemed like everybody and their dogs was out yesterday, and it'll probably be that way for the next couple of days. I love Sammy Stone from our radio partners at Happy 927, David, with perhaps a side business idea for you, Laney's Cleaning Service. And she's already got a customer, Sammy Stone.
Yeah. And she's got high rates too, so you have to fork out enough.
There you go. So anyway, hey, hopefully everybody gets out there and enjoys that nice weather. Not today, maybe not the peak, right? Maybe we're talking tomorrow. And
all of us will be in the 60s tomorrow, and then even on Thursday. But on Thursday, we've got some rain showers coming. So we've certainly turned the table. And looking long term, I don't see any major cold spells. Temperatures will drop as they typically do. They typically fluctuate, but I'm not seeing anything that's going to allow for like big snow, which in March we still average over a foot of snow, but we've only seen a half an inch so far this month.
I'll take it. Not bad about it.
We know it's still March, so we've got that possibility at least for another month or so.
Right, yeah, and even into April, you can never let your guard down when it comes to the early spring months here in Northwest PA.
Well, tomorrow is going to mark 1 week away from St. Patrick's Day, or at least we're getting close to St. Patrick's Day, and we're in that time frame. Typically a busy day for all the bars. We're going to talk to the folks at Molly Brannigan's coming up a little bit later on about what they're doing to get ready for St. Patty's Day. It's we're slowly inching our way back towards normal, but some of the big events aren't going to happen like they would normally.
Molly and I were actually looking at some video of years past St. Patrick's Day, like at Molly Brannigan.
Makes you a little claustrophobic, doesn't it?
Downtown. And it's crazy to see how packed it is. Just like looking at old video like that, it's just like mind-boggling. Like people were allowed to be that close and unmasked at one point. It's just like a whole mindset change.
Yeah, I mean it was this time last year where everything started shutting down, and St. Patrick's Day was kind of the first casualty, and we know what a big deal it's here in Erie. And I remember that they were originally going to have the parade. I remember that it was continuing up until like the last couple of days. Then I think everyone realized the severity of this pandemic and everything shut down.
Yeah, they came quickly. Things shut down pretty fast. Also, tomorrow morning on Erie News Now Sunrise, we're going to be chatting with Erie School Superintendent Brian Polito, talking about one of the side effects of the pandemic, and that is a big-time drop in kindergarten enrollment, not only nationwide, but a lot of it being felt right here in Northwest Pennsylvania. So we'll talk to Superintendent Brian Polito about why he thinks that's happening, and we'll hopefully hear from some parents, too, about why they made their decision to keep their kids out of kindergarten for just a little bit longer. So that's all coming your way tomorrow morning on Erie News Now Sunrise. That kicks off at 5 a.m. We'll be back here on Facebook Live right about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. And I think we're going to take the show outdoors with that forecast.
Oh, yeah. It's too nice not to.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a good one tomorrow.
So we'll take a little live walk around the block. Thanks to Cody, William, everybody who jumped on and said hello to us this morning. And again, we'll join us tomorrow when we take this Facebook Live show